Okay, so I've got some screen grabs and a bit of animation in between, showing the setup using one level rather than switching the levels. So this is a top-down view. Um, it's probably just around about 500-600 meters on each side. So going from top right here, we've got this is the top left, yeah. So this is the landscape here with various paths going off into the distance. When we see another view, you'll see that there is some variation in height. And in more or less the center here is the actual villa. There's a three-story part here, and then there's a walled garden area here. That might be a good place to do the Tai Chi scene. Or possibly this area here, there's a kind of open area in front of the villa. And then going down, you've got a dock projecting from this kind of rocky shoreline. And then you can't really see it because the play bar's in the way. You've got the galley there just to show the kind of movement of the water. So that's the top-down view. We then move on to the next shot position. There we go. Just pause this here. Just to give an indication, I mean the terrain is very rough and ready at the moment. It needs some texture and detail on, and probably make it a bit rougher. The boat could be any type. I'm not sure what we're doing in terms of period consistency, but it gives a kind of quite nice background element because it's actually bobbing up and down on the water. There is actually an animated character in what looks like the kind of crow's nest equivalent of the Greek ship. So it could be possible that we actually open on this with the character doing something, and then, as I kind of showed you the previous one, we kind of pull in along the dock. So you can see the villa there, there's a one-story garden. The villa probably shows it quite well from this perspective. So you've got a ground floor with the main entrance here, and you've got a middle floor which has a balcony which looks out over the garden. That's where potentially you might do the banquets in. And then you've got a top floor here with a kind of glass surround and then the pool in the background, but all that will be evident later. Let's just play through to the next scene. Bouncing up and down. Okay, so just to illustrate the point, I was talking to George yesterday about the desirability of having some effectively non-player characters in there, just going about their business, so they're on pre-programmed paths. So here we have someone just carrying something, and I think later in this shot we've got the person who's walking down this kind of gangway. At the moment they're all triggered from the very start of launching the level, but it probably make more sense that they're triggered when we cut to a camera. That way it's going to be closer to what we're actually showing on the screen in terms of the live performers. So yeah, it's just a token tree here that bobs around in the wind, but there'll probably be some more foliage, maybe an ornamental garden out the back here, which might be kind of quite nice for the Tai Chi. The other thing you'll notice is that when I was looking at the text, it refers to carpet, crimson robes being laid down, which would avoid the issue of the stair placement and moving the kind of actor. It obviously robs us of those kind of dramatic angles based on height, but it might be possible that we think along those lines. There's no reason why this entrance couldn't be up on this level and we could retain the stairs and still do it along those lines. But in terms of ease of use and navigating through the scene and not having to worry about elevating performance, that might be the way to go. So slowly wandering past, you can imagine a few more, and here's the woman walking along the dockway there, and then continues that scene, so we're obviously cutting from one to the other. Now this is a problem with starting off animations from the get-go. This character here has walked in front of the banquet scene, and because I haven't set that up as a loop, they're endlessly going to walk in front of that window back and forth. So carrying on, now move on to the next shot. Any moment now. Here we are. This is just to show the interior. Now this needs some lighting in it. You can see off to the left here, here's the downstairs door to the garden, and almost in complete darkness here we've got the stairs leading up to the middle level. So that's really a decision in terms of the period of this, whether we stick some candlelight in there, or it could put some kind of very chic LED fittings that give it kind of quite a modernist look to it. So this is rather empty at the moment, but it could be populated with all manner of things depending on the load that takes on the processor. Next shot from above, looking back into the middle level. You can see just in the corner here, pause the video at the moment, but this tree will kind of wobble around. That can be reframed to give it some kind of edging around it, maybe some of the other side. And if I'd started the animation when we cut to this camera, that woman who's now permanently stuck in the window just walks across this particular area here. There's all manner of other things that could happen. We've got two characters across the table here that kind of mimics the existing idea for the banquet scene. This is just running a pre-programmed conversational loop, so they're actually identical at the moment. And various bits of fruit and stuff could be put on the table. There's a kind of woman. She is actually animated. She's just sitting quietly in the corner there. That's just to indicate the sense in which give the scene some more kind of interest, just to populate it with people. And there's considerable potential here to populate it also with various kind of props and some lighting work to be done here. So the stairs come up from the previous level there. This is a problem with the lighting because it's almost non-existent. And then you can see the steps up to the other level there like that. Going on, the next shot is looking back out into the garden, and we could reframe this to make the garden more visible in the scene. We're just coming up to it any moment now. Suppose, yeah, here we go. So you just see the edging of the garden there. Bowl of fruit, there they are, chatting away. The chairs obviously can be changed to anything you want. And then we go almost immediately, this is the top level. Here's the surround, very health and safety conscious. Put that in, didn't want people falling down the stairs. So the top level here, we've got a pond. It's paused here, so you can't see the water effect, but this is quite nice. Pool at the back here, steps, but I imagine when we cut to here, performance will already be in there, so we don't need to deal with going up and down levels. At the moment, because of the placement in this particular camera angle, we can still see the characters talking here, so probably reframe that so that's not an issue, but nevertheless we can see a large amount of work needs to be done on that terrain here. You've got the generic shape of it, but no kind of texturing going on at the moment. Here's the front, as previously mentioned, and then we'll cut to a view from the pool looking back outwards. Well, I'm going to play with the time of day. At the moment this is I think sun going down, so we're too much in shadow. There's the boat still bobbing along, and see the glass balcony here and the water. Might be possible to pause that. Might be possible we want to create ideal homes and gardens kind of look to make this more of a kind of infinity pool. I think we might also have some servants and some other kind of detail going along here like this. Well, I haven't considered, and maybe we might think about how we do this, is the avatar neutral scene. But at the moment, the intention with this is to try and create a coherent, integrated kind of world that we move through, rather than these kind of locations that are distinct from each other, and try and give some coherence to the world. Okay.